Hi, Prosperity Team. It's Dr. Money coming to you from the Prosperity Corner of the universe, where silliness is sacred and nobody's perfect. I am your POP, your Professor of Prosperity, and I'm here so that all of our lives can pop with prosperity. Want some answers to prosperity? To your relationship with money? Well, just ask me, Dr. Money. Now, I may not know the answer, but I do have a great interest in the topic. And today I want to talk to you about integrity and money, about living as our word when it comes to money. And one way we live as our word or our bond or our binding is that if we have bills, that we pay them and we pay them on time. Now, this should just be a given. We shouldn't be sloppy in our relationship with money. But suppose you can't pay the bill. For some reason, you just don't have the money. And hopefully, it's not because you spent it on something that you didn't need, but because you spent it on what you did need and there was no other way. So if we cannot pay the bill that we've committed to doing, if we cannot pay that bill, then we need to let the person know, the company know. We need to say, I cannot pay the bill. I'm going to pay it $5 a month, or I'm just going to keep sending it until I get on my feet and I can pay more. But it's very important to always communicate with people that we owe money to, because people that we owe money to have trusted us. They've said, I'm going to give you money so that you can enhance the well-being of your life or get some of your basic needs, and I'll do that, and I expect you to pay me back. So we want to be in integrity with that. Now, I understand there are some predatory lenders that prey on poor people or people with the lack of funds. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about not being sloppy in our relationship, because whatever we say, the universe pays attention, and so does our subconscious mind. And when we're sloppy with our agreements, when we say, I'm going to do this and we never do this, pretty soon it's like the universe says, yeah. It's like the boy that cried wolf. She's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. So when we have a direct relationship with money that's honest, when we do what we say we're going to do, it makes our money work. And if we don't do that, our money doesn't work. And if we don't have those skills, we need to learn those skills and make a commitment. One of the things that I did early on was when I paid my bills, I had all of my monthly bills listed out, how much they were and when they were due. And so every month I would do this over and over again, and I would make a check mark every time I paid one. And that way I had a picture of how I had kept my commitments. But not only that, which was really fun, I drew drawings all over this. I had little butterflies and using art pencils, just the colored pencils. And I made it so that when I paid bills that I looked forward to this reward, which was this beautiful page that had all this artwork on it, and the checks that made me feel, yes, I did it, because there were times that I just could barely scrape by and I had to figure and finagle on how to make my bills on time. But regardless of how stretched out I was or how upside down with my money, there always seemed to be a way for me to pay my bills on time and to keep my commitment. There were a few times I can remember having a car note and calling and saying, I'll just pay the interest on the car note, and can you make it go another month? And they said, sure, because you're still in integrity when you do that. And hopefully you get to the point that it's just really easy and you have plenty of money and you can have what you need, when you need it financially. But if that is not the case, it doesn't mean that we have the right to be sloppy with money, that we should be sloppy with money, or that we have the this poor me consciousness, or it's impossible because I don't have enough money. It's impossible for me to remain in integrity with money. Even if you don't have the money to pay your bills, you can still remain in integrity with money. Very important point. Now let's breathe in. And as we breathe in, we bring in the breath of receiving. We bring in the life force. And as we exhale moving with our intention that all other beings receive their good as well. We can say, may all beings on the planet be financially blessed with what they need when they need it. May all beings on the planet have a wonderful relationship with money, and may I have a wonderful relationship with money. Speaking of money, I'm Dr. Money. And I want you to remember one more thing for sure, and that is that I love you.